still another hurdle to throw on top of all of that, and that's the birth rate.
Yeah, we can talk about that. I'm happy to talk about that.
Because that's a fundamental drive. Whilst society as a whole, nearly every society, whether it's America, India, China, and China's tried curbing the birth rate.
They did a pretty good job. Considering their initial trajectory, they did a great job.
Yeah, but unfortunately they're still allowing everyone to have one kid.
Yes.
That's still too many.
You're right. They need to have a -1 child policy where you get tax breaks for killing somebody else's child.
Yeah, run over a kid.
Really? Dead babies in 2 presentations in a row?
Run over your child, here's $100. Because the birth rate is out of control.
Let me tell you what I know about the birth rate and why it's not as bad as you think it is. We are at 7 billion, give or take, right now.
Was it 7?
Yeah, it's
right.
it's 7. We had our 7 billionth birth a year ago or something like that. We're on track to top out, as in like the total Earth population reaches its peak and then starts to decline around 2050. Between 10 and right. For now, it's
2030 now.
No, nobody's having more significantly more or less babies. No, that was a scientific thing, not a this thing.
Speculative thing.
Well, I live for that look on your face. I hope you know that, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to top out at around 10 or 11 billion, which is a lot of people. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of people, and it's more than we can handle. But it's only about 1/3 more than we have right now. It's only about 1/3 more. So take whatever problems we have right now, and multiply them by 1/3, and it's bad, right? Our problems now are bad. 1/3 more is worse. But that's not the principal cause of our problem. That's not where our aches and pains come from. Where our aches and pains come from is growth, and this is the other big idea. What are you doing?
What are you doing with it?
I don't know. I couldn't.
Go walk around.
He's
just hanging out. Touch him.
All right. Take the economy we have today, and then take it out to 2050. At typical growth rates, and what we're trying to put on, like countries like to grow at 3-4% a year. That's what we're shooting for. That's what we're trying to get ourselves out of recession towards. If you budget those growth rates out to 2050, you've got an economy that's 3 times larger than the one we have right now. That means you got to have 3 times more paper. You got to have 3 times more water to grow crops. You got to have 3 times more food. All that stuff. An economy is basically the size of human activity.
Our economy is fixated on that if you're not growing, you're dying.
Right.
It's a fallacy.
Right. And so the big problem, the one you should really be worried about, the one that's going to make our problem 3 times worse, is growth.
If you fix the problem, if you fix the energy source problem,
yeah, it still doesn't solve that problem, because growth is ingrained in us, right? I mean, that's a good word to any human being. Like personal growth is good.
It is at the moment. It's a habit we need to break.
It's all we've ever known.
No, well, yes, it is. I guess that's true. It's all we've ever known, but there are many other things that it's all we've ever known. We've broken those habits.
Yes. Anything quite this fundamental? I can't think of one.
Violence and monogamy. There's 2 things that, as a male, you are fundamentally hardwired to fuck anything that moves.
And kill everything else.
And kill anything that gets in your way in the process. That's socially unacceptable.
We're entering some more debatable territory.
Yeah, are we really going to get into biological determinism? Because I don't think we have the time.
I got time, it's only 10 to 10. My point is that society has changed its views to a degree, to quite a significant degree, on what is acceptable.
We change our views all the time.